I, 20-year-old female, have been dating my boyfriend Michael, 21-year-old male, for a year and a couple months now. I used to live in a dorm at college, which my parents partially paid for. My boyfriend sleeps over about 3 to 6 times a week, and my parents know. He's met my family several times, and they like him a lot and trust him to be loving to me always. However, when he comes to my parents' house, where I tend to stay at summer holidays, etc., he has to sleep on the couch in the basement while I sleep on a full bed upstairs. If we are alone in my bedroom together, my father will passively aggressively walk by and open the door. This December, I left the country to live abroad. The last time I saw him was Christmas, and he had to sleep on the same couch in the basement. I hadn't seen him for 7 months, and it broke my heart to not be around him. A big reason why I want to sleep next to him is because I want alone time with him. I live in a small house, this is her parents' house, and there's no privacy except the bedrooms. Because my family is uncomfortable with PDA and they're Catholic, I do not like the feeling of someone else being in the room because we'll get judged. I am also fairly certain that they don't want us to sleep next to each other because they're afraid we'll have sex in the house. And then the last thing that's relevant, everything else is not relevant, is my boyfriend's father said once, if you're going to fornicate in my house, please do not do it when I am home. So what do we think? Is she the asshole for wanting to sleep on the same bed as her boyfriend in her parents' house?
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think?
I have some thoughts on this. Joe, do you want to start this or shall I tee off?
Yeah, why don't you go for it?
So I don't think she's an asshole for wanting it because they're 21 years old. You know, they're adults legally. Like it's perfectly natural to want to spend time with your partner. But at the same time, even though your parents' house, you kind of have to follow their rules, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I do think if you could, get hotels, things like that. I don't know. It's tricky. She's not an asshole for wanting it, but she should, appreciate that when you're living in someone else's house. Unfortunately, what they say kind of goes. Like, I mean, I've been there when I was younger, and in my prime, so to speak. But yeah, I don't think she's an asshole. I think that's where I land on it.
What do you think, Jay?
I have had almost this exact same experience.
Okay.
Which I don't know how to say it. It's kind of gauche, but like parents have to operate under this like clear delusion that their child is just not having sex.
Yeah.
Like that they're never getting laid ever in a million years. And it's like that illusion is just completely shattered if they're sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah.
And I get it. When I was dating my wife when I was around this age. I think I was like 22 and she was 22 as well. And we'd go to visit her parents for like the holidays and they would have me sleep on, it wasn't the couch, but it was like a guest bed. I remember being like, this is so unfair. And then I was like, but I live with her. What's what am I really going to complain about? I feel like this sucks for sure. And I understand her being like upset about it.
Yeah.
But like she sleeps with this guy 6 times a week. Like just wait for the trip to be over. Go back to college. Done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I think it is. I don't think, like you said, I don't think she's the asshole for wanting it. And I don't really think the parents are that much of an asshole for keeping up appearances that they're not having sex.
Yeah.
I do want to add as well, like him respecting the rules of the parents is also brownie points for him in the parents' eyes. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good thing in the long run.
Yeah.
I know I didn't do that. I would sneak upstairs.
Oh my gosh! Did you ever get caught?
No, I'm quiet. I'm agile.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, I agree with you guys, but I don't think she's an asshole. But yes, their house, their rules, and I think as well. One of the things about the nature of sex is that even if you're using protection, there is a chance of pregnancy. She's in college; she can't afford her own place. I'm assuming because she has to go and stay back with her parents 2-3 months a year. As far as I can see, she doesn't say like she's super rich, which means that if they also were to get pregnant, it probably would be a burden on her parents as well. And so even though they are probably going free to smash as much as they like when they're in college. I don't think it's too much to ask for the parents to say that, you know what, when you're here, just keep your pants
Yeah,
on.
I don't think.
I don't think it's unreasonable. I also think as well, like, I would get, because if I had a child, I wouldn't want them to be having sex in my house. Like, the youngest, like, that's my baby. Like, what are you doing to my daughter? Like, or my son, like, yeah. So, I do get, like, one of the things that I remember reading, it's weird, is that you have to realize that your parents are your parents to you, but their own people as well. And yeah, you wouldn't. I wouldn't even want my little sister to have sex. I don't have a little sister, but if I had a little sister, I wouldn't want her to have sex in the same house as me. It's like, I'd feel like, what? No. So, yeah, I definitely get the parents' perspective on this. I think she should understand. And yeah, I think 3 months of abstinence, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It'll be hard, if you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah.